What's up, dumb fucks? This is Dupel.
Yo, it's KaKaow here.
We're chilling. This is the Summer's End Society sit down, whatever the fuck I'm gonna call it, segment of the day.
Let's go.
So, this is my friend KaKaow. KaKaow, introduce yourself.
I am KaKaow, a.k.a. Ricky Brant. I'm a local artist, producer, musician, musician, whatever you like to do with sound, I wiggle it.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So, basically today, I'm going to ask you some questions.
All right, Dupel.
Is that okay?
I've been really, excited for this. You
Awesome.
have told me nothing. And,
I've told you jack shit.
Yeah, I know.
So, this is a very important first question. You are a guitar virtuoso. You are a piano god. And you are a one handsome man.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So are you.
So, thank you. I figured we'd get the most important question out of the way first. Fuck, marry, kill. George Clanton, Anthony Kiedis, me.
Ooh, whoa. Okay. So I would probably marry George Clinton.
Yes.
Yeah, you're getting fucked. And Anthony Kiedis is probably killed in that one. Yeah.
So, okay, George Clinton, you married George Clinton.
Because I don't want to kill you, man.
No, obviously.
You're a homie.
And like, hey, listen, all my exes could probably agree I'm definitely a much better fuck than I am a relationship kind of guy. So.
That's fair. I'll take your word for it.
Okay. Awesome. Well, that's it. Thanks everyone for joining. No, I'm fucking with you. No, but for real, let's talk about your origins a little bit.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Where do you think this now I know you've been playing music your whole life,
Yeah.
right? Besides that, specifically KaKaow, where did that come from?
KaKaow, the idea came from, after I was in a band called Schlang. That had ended, and we were together for like about 6 years or something.
Right.
Made a lot of music and recorded a lot, played a lot all over town, kind of really built my reputation as a guitarist and a musician on the scene. And then once that ended, I was in a relationship at the time. My ex there teached me to play piano a little bit, kind of showed me a little bit of, just kind of piano, and I just super went into it. I didn't kind of really know what I was doing at first. I started off with an iPad,
Right.
and production on Cubasis on there. And then, slowly grew it. Gained production skills and knowledge through like synthesis, always just fucking around, having fun and being able to create, explore. I guess a lot of it was, and I played my first KaKaow gig 4 years ago at Homegrown, which is May 4th, and it's just going to be a really cool time there. And so more with Origin, and just kind of grew from there. Throughout the pandemic, I recorded like a motherfucker, and became quite prolific, as people say in town. And
Right.
after that, won the Mayor's Arts Award for just creating and involving community. And and it's luckily fucking grown, and through all the work I've put in, and I'm really proud of it. So
Nice, that's
where
awesome.
it's come from.
Perfect. That's great. And so, continuing with that trend, having so many releases and different aliases and stuff like that, what would you say is, like, for beginners, what's the most, like, maybe top 3 quintessential KaKaow releases?
Oh man, wow.
Give me somewhere to start.
I would definitely start at Earth to Station, which is one of my full-length albums that I spent over a year trying to produce, actually producing. I didn't try, I did it.
Right, well, for sure.
Do or do not, there is no try, as Yoda says, right? So I'm always just kind of doing shit.
Right.
But definitely Earth to Station. It was a bigger concept for me for kind of going into a journey throughout KaKaow, being able to really step up my production game. And through there, you can find tracks like Let's Get It, Earth to Station, Stay Lit.
Right.
And those are very accessible KaKaow tracks.
They are, yes.
I would go to my SoundCloud and honestly check out a lot of my bootlegs and remixes.
Yeah, those are good. I do fuck with those.
I've done like Nasty by Gordy Kiefer,
Mm-hmm.
Electric Avenue remix,
The Electric Avenue
Steal
one.
My Sunshine,
Yeah.
Gonna Make You Sweat. Like
Yeah.
I got a bunch of really fun, energetic tracks on
Definitely.
there. And lastly, I'd say probably Mementos.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely one of the more exploratory kind of things we did.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was super fun working with you on that.
Man, yeah,
and,
it was. It was a blast.
yeah, and that was just me finally getting out of my KaKaow range and being able to fully produce something that's like more of a concept, going through how we wrote the backwards kind of relationship, and then how the music kind of juxtaposes it in the opposite trend. And that was really fun, and that's definitely an accessible thing.
For
I'd
sure.
say.
Maybe someday we can sit down and just break down,
track by track.
Yeah,
that'd be really fun.
That would be cool. Note to self. Anyways.
But yeah, those are the three: Earth to Station, my remixes, and Mementos.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And sticking with the number theme, and I spoke about some of the people I know who influenced you beforehand, but who are some people maybe I might not know that influenced how you write or produce or compose?
Oh man, a lot of electronic music artists. I find that are quite underground music for being here.
Mm-hmm.
People like K-Lab, Sticky Buds, but generally, I find moments inspire me the most.
Sure.
Textures. I'm a very cerebral person.
Right.
So things get all mixed up in sensory perception. So I like to feel my brain tingle and my spine just go woo with like bass tones and different things like that. So
do you think that sort of, and because you have a reputation of having a sort of outgoing live demeanor, do you think that has influenced how you approach your live sets?
Absolutely. Oh man, has it ever. And it's grown so much in that the way I play guitar. It's really engaging, energetic. I like to take people on like a roller coaster ride, right? Through that, the engagement is always just really fun, and it's funny being just a solo musician up on stage because I'm not engaging with anybody else on stage other than the audience, so it's all gas in that sense.
Right.
Like I have to be feeding off of the crowd as they are feeding off of me. So if I know a track is kind of like not hitting it, it's kind of hard to come back through that. But then, adjustment is always really cool. But the live sets, I always tune to be really fun and super fucking fun time.
Nice. What do you think would be like a standout performance? Like maybe not necessarily your biggest one, but like one that you would say like, oh man, I really did a good job with that one.
That would be Skeleton Park Arts Festival, probably when I played there. That was shortly after I released Earth to Station, coming out fresh after COVID, when it was like, no masks, we're free, we get to do this. Got up on Skeleton Park Arts Festival stage, and it was just amazing. The people were dancing all across the park, arts going on. There's little kids dancing, and that brings me to one very special moment too. I remember when I was playing Canada Day before the fireworks in front of City Hall here in Kingston, and there was this one little kid who looked like me and reminded of me, and he kept coming forward and forward. And this one point in the near to the end of the set, I think it was Let's Get It, go out front in front of the speakers and the monitors, play a big solo, and the kid runs out and just starts dancing around. And I'm like, yeah. And the crowd just cheers. And like, it was just, those moments like really get me, man. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Beautiful.
So I'm going to bum you out now. What are some moments that don't get you? What's like, so when I wrote this down, I wrote it as weirdest fan interactions, because you are an artist who interacts a lot with the crowd.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that sort of stands out as like maybe not weird as in like I should probably call the cops sort of thing, but weird as in like That was kind of odd. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There was this one time I was playing this festival, Sonic Springs. I forget it was. Yeah, it was the first year.
Yeah.
There was just this one weird guy. There wasn't a lot of people at my set that year, but great set, and he was loving it. But I'd see him all throughout the weekend. You could tell he was tripping on shit the entire time.
Yeah.
He was just like looking at me. And I was hanging out with this one girl the entire time, and he kept asking, coming up, is that your girl? Is that your girl?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I find that's the weirdest thing when I play, and then I'm chatting with people afterwards, and I'm really cordial to everybody.
Right.
It seems like I could be flirting with everybody. I'm just a really nice person, and want to give everybody my full attention and time, right? But yeah, that's always funny when guys come up and it's like, is that your girl? And it's like, dude, I'm just chilling. Like, she could do what she wants. She is her own person. Like, don't be creepy, man.
I know, yeah. That is
so that's those are always kind of the moments. But that one guy tripping at Sonic Springs was funny.
That, yeah. Do you think, like, would you rather have those live shows where everyone's sort of like on the weirder end of things, or would you have like a dead show, like where no one comes?
You know what? Sometimes I've had dead shows, and it's been some of the best performances ever, because then I just don't give a single flying fuck.
Right.
And then the performance just comes out natural and smooth.
Yeah, sure.
But I like getting weird, and my music is tuned to people getting weird. There's weird sounds, and I really like to take people there.
Yeah, fair.
If you've been on heavy doses of psychedelics.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Yeah. For sure. Now let's talk about the future of things.
Yeah.
What do you have in store for, let's say, 6 months? Give me your 6 months plan, young sir.
6 month out view is actually really cool. I'm developing a project right now. I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
But right now, focusing on live stuff for now throughout the summer. I got a lot of gigs booked.
Right.
I got pretty much shows all throughout May, here, June, July, festivals, and then probably more festivals hopefully coming in as applications kind of turn over, and we'll see what happens. BC is definitely a goal in there. There's a couple of festivals I've applied to out there for, I believe, September, August. So that's going to be a really big step for me, being able to get to tour and apply for some money for touring.
Nice.
Go ahead and, I'm going to be really... I think going into my project Alternative, which is a full concept album. It's spelt like Alter NTV because of my Indigenous background, and being a mixed Indigenous European person who's never lived on the res. I don't know much about my own heritage, and like I know some of it. And you know, when I talk with my family, I find more of myself. And through this album, I really want to portray what it's, you know, just my story and like myself, who I am as being, you know, the alternative.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
So
fair enough. That's a good title, actually. I like that.
Yeah, man. And hopefully, even some more plans. Honestly, eventually, even might want to transition out of being KaKaow even and just go by my name, just because I've thought about the conflict around KaKaow itself, and how if I'm not supporting it, why should I be that name?
Sure.
You know, and that's kind of a thought of mine as rebranding just as myself.
Right.
And the more of, you know, who you are.
Be truer to you.
Yeah. When you are your fullest you, people take note.
Right.
And I've kind of been just, you know, bubbling the surface of that with KaKaow.
Yeah.
And seeing how I could really, truly explore like my sonic exploration, what I want to do through that. And I think my latest release, Abba Digital, really explores the ability for my organic guitar playing and like piano playing to be composed with like heavy bass music and drops and stuff like that. So I think that's a a voicing that I'm really gonna go forward with
Nice.
in sound and style, and yeah, hopefully. Not hopefully. I'm gonna be doing a lot of big things.
Awesome.
Playing more festivals and the album.
Awesome. Well, anything you would like to leave our listeners with today, good sir?
Yeah. I hope everybody checks out our music, KaKaow and Dupel. But a big thing I want to say is just love everybody, love each other. Just it's easier to I know how sad you get and shit, but like in this kind of positive connection, it's super easy to grow and understand like where we're coming from and being able to create this community that we do and helping other people along the way. Like I'm 33, you're 23. So yeah, exactly. And like creating stuff with you has been super dope, and seeing you get more shows and bigger shows and seeing you help out different artists like Dirty North and that kind of just keeping it going by, love and community.
Right,
just
for sure.
Help support each other, support your friends, buy their music, go to their fucking shows. Because that's so much easier than paying fucking like $125 for a ticket 5 months out that you're not even gonna like plan for until like a week before, when you could see all your friends' bands in that time and spend that much money.
Don't be a pussy.
Just, support local artists and, spread love, man.
Alrighty. Well, KaKaow, it was awesome having you.
It's awesome being here with you, Dupel.
Absolutely, man. And Summer's End, thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Next time, I might have a title for this, but I might not.
Let's go, Summer's End.